Hi, Delight. Hi, everyone. Yes, I think I can see you. Awesome. How are you doing? Good to see you as well. Let me hold. I think I prefer to hold it. Yes, this is better. Hi, Delight. How you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. I'd want to say that I'm very excited because we have barely few days to go. I just feel so relieved, like I've been able to do what's in my mind. Awesome. So how have you been doing today? Where are you currently in the assignments? I know I've not seen you submit anyone, but just let me in on how far you've gone so that I also know where I can come in. So let me remind people in our community that we are up. What is your plan? If you're far behind, what is your plan? What is your plan? Okay, I think I've reminded them. Let me see. Okay, that means you're really good. Yes, I think you're really good. What you just do is, as much as possible as you're growing, just make sure that you're documenting on the go. Just make sure that you're documenting on the go. Okay, yes. So just make sure that you're documenting on the go so that you don't put yourself under any undue pressure. Like I said, I've still not made up my mind. Like, if I make up my mind, that's how I do. You can ask some of the people who have met me in the community. When I make up my mind, I might just unlist all the videos. That's why I'm ensuring. I don't want all of you to feel like, okay, you have it, you just have it somewhere there that you can always come in and watch. Because of course, like I said, May 31st will be the end of the unmonetized version. I just need to grow with people. That was why I left the curtain open. But normally it will be a paid, it's a paid classes. And one of the things I've also realized is that most people don't do well, right, when they don't pay. And I don't know, I've tried my best. I'll hear somebody will come and cry to me, tell me this, Dr. Vivian this, Dr. Vivian that, I don't have money, all of them, in most of my cohorts, that's what I do. Once you give me one excuse, I'll just say, okay, just come on board. And I always find out, it's always the circle, right, that most times people who do that, so people who eventually complete the courses is like 1 in 100. If somebody doesn't make any form of, what do you call it, sacrifice. So that's why I've been warning it so that nobody will say that I didn't tell you people that there will be a deadline. I'm just saying it. I think somebody also asked in the group, and I didn't want to outrightly respond to the person, because also I don't want to give you that that thought or that hope that it will always be there. Because of course the next people who are going to be coming in from that after our general, from May 31st, we'll stop getting people in. Then of course from June 8th, it actually will mean that I would not bring any other person on board for free. It's not possible, because that's when we'll do our launching of the book, as well as we're going to have a live event that will open up the new cohort. So I think it will be unfair that I will leave it open for some people, and then why people are going to be paying for it. That's why I'm just saying, please, as many of you who have access, just do what you need to. Okay, just do what you can. And it's just human beings. Like I said again, if I don't charge, I won't be helping anybody. That's just the truth. Some people, it's just a mindset. If they don't pay, they will not pay attention. Okay, so Happiness, I can see you. I think the network threw you out. Good evening. Okay, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much as well, Delight. Okay, so please, as you're coming in, let me know so that I can get to work. And please, for the people who, if it's your first time, please leave a comment. Or we're LinkedIners, we're comfortable with the show business. show. We're comfortable with showbiz. So please help me. Let me know so that I can help you when necessary as well. That's the whole goal. So, oh, thank you so much. So I said, today we're starting our. Okay. So today we are starting our presentation. So how many people are here who are on this live are actually ready for the presentations? If you are here and you're ready for, you'd want to be one of our speakers on June 8th, please just type ready. If you type ready, tell me your team and your niche. Just put ready, team and niche. So ready, team gold, your niche. Ready, team gold and your niche. I think I told everybody, I still announced it yesterday, and I think I announced it in the group, and I still left some introduction in the group too. Let me be sure. Okay, yes, I think I left a statement. Awesome. Awesome. So please, if you're ready, just type I would type your niche. Type your niche. Type your team, and you're ready to speak. So please, I'm already working because today we're going to talk about. I'm going to help you prepare for the speaking engagement. So we'll start today. Tomorrow should be the practical. So I want to know everybody who is around. Jesus, yeah, should have been went to post by this time of the night. The best thing I can do for her is to share, because my mind is here actually. Hey. Okay, so please, let's start talking now. Being able to, at least I posted earlier today so that I'll be able to face you guys squarely today. So I'm hoping that I'm going to have lots of conversations, because today we're starting the introduction so that everybody, by the time you're speaking, because I remember the last time I told you guys, now I'm the queen of LinkedIn lives officially. The last time somebody told me that I actually brought her on stage and I didn't teach her much and I didn't follow her up, and since then I've repented. I make sure, even before then, I've always trained people, but because the person worked super closely with me, I just assumed that since she was always coming around for our meetings and all that, she was eventually getting it. But apparently, I don't know, some of us can be around and then we're absent-minded. And I say, please don't train your body to always respond. Like, train your body to be in a place. Me, naturally, that's how my mind works. That's just the truth. Naturally, if I'm doing anything, I will just do it hook, line and sinker, wholeheartedly. I'm used to it, but I guess some people will have to keep reminding them over and over, and that's why we want to do this. So like we said, we're preparing for June 8th, because that will be our general life. I think today is our flyer should come out. A flyer should come out latest Sunday. Yes, a flyer should come out latest Sunday. I'll settle everything with everybody that is going to come and speak, and then I want to know the people that I'm working with. So please answer me. Let me assume that it was network that made you people not hear me. I said your niche, your if you're ready to speak, just tell me your niche, your team, so that I can just know that, okay, these are the people that I'm working with. And please just send me, just put in the group again. Let me not assume. I don't want to work with people who had said that they are in and they are not showing up. I don't want to work with people that are not showing up. And we're going to do this training for just 3 days. So the idea behind doing the training for 3 days is so that, okay, the first day I'll introduce you into everything that you need to know and what you need to do. The second day, you start preparing your what do they call it? Your speech and all that. Third day, we're going to rehearse everybody. Then we're going to probably have another meeting. We're going to have one meeting on the 7th where all of us can test run again after making our corrections. And like I said, everything you're going to talk about is based on what you have done so far. And I don't want you, like I told you guys from the beginning, I told you for the very first day, I don't want anybody sounding like a rookie when there's no need to be a rookie, right? Everything, this generation is blessed. Sincerely, I'm going to tell you the truth. So I don't want anybody to be feeling to come under any form of pressure of speaking, or feeling like they don't know much, or fighting imposter. That's why I wanted us to start early. So it means that before even the 1st of June, we are already ready with our scripts and everything. So you will now be rehearsing it by yourself, so that by the time we're speaking on that 8th, I mean, everybody will just be screaming, who is this hot chick? And like I said, I'm also going to bring other people on board, people who will be available on that day as well. Okay, so in the absence of, so please, so if you can hear me. Okay, Delight, you were asking a question. Yes, so the life is essentially to market everybody who have grown so far in our, what do they call it, in the camp, right? Everybody who started from beginning, or who can finish at least before 8. Like you start everything from beginning to end. Happy, drop a response. Okay, no, I'm here, I'm listening to you. So so it's essentially going to be like a grand finale of our 30 days back-to-back daily challenge, right? It's going to be like the grand finale. But I said the goal is also to market every of the students who followed from beginning to end, so that they are able to talk about their skills, what they can do. So it's more like an opportunity again for you to still have to pitch somehow. But you're not going to pitch as in desperate pitching. You're not there to just pitch. You're there, you're going to be like a voice, like for your niche. You're going to teach something in a very short time. Maybe we'll give you like 10 minutes. You're going to talk about not just what you do. I mean, your why, just how we started this. If you notice, everything that we did in the camp is like a flow, right? You start from asking questions to everything, all the structures you built, everything. Then how you can offer your services to people. Okay, so yes, you can join in. That's what, and see now, look at the life that I prepared for to train people, and now they are not here. Please give me a moment. Let me send another reminder so that I'll be fair. But I know that people can be really busy. But I told them outrightly because this is the main part of the camp. This is actually the main part of the camp. Like I told you guys, I've had history of people who said that they regretted speaking because I did not train them, I didn't prepare them, but I had some assumptions. So that's why for me now, I don't make any assumptions, right? We're going to have this live. Please give me one moment. Okay, so we have Delight. Okay, so what I'll just do is I'll go ahead and train. Maybe when they come back. But the truth is, if they don't listen to it, right, it might be tough for them to figure it out. And I don't want to put anybody under pressure. So we'll do the first 2 days, practical and preparation. Then as day 3, which is I think likely going to be on the 31st. Yes, on the 31st, we're going to do rehearsal. So everybody will come based on their materials and what they were able to internalize with their time on this program. They are going to come up with something that is need specific, but they are going to teach, like I said, me. If anybody tries pitching, I'm already saying it now because I know some people are not around. If anybody tries pitching outrightly, I will just mute the person's mic. I'm already throwing one in up and down because, like I said, nobody will want to buy from you except they know why you do what you do. Okay, so that's Simon Sinek, right? Nobody wants to buy what you do. They want to buy why you do it. So that's why it's very important that you start with your storytelling, your statistic hook, and a whole lot, which we're going to be discussing. So if you're called to speak with literally any topic at all, on any topic at all, you must first of all make up your mind that you are a giver. So this literally almost brings us back to the beginning of this camp, right? So if you want to serve anybody, just know that you are here to serve people. You're here to give people. So the goal is not, I have something. So I told you guys, if you have not created your community, you have not done all the assignments, because like I said again, visibility, It's not viability. Visibility will destroy you if you just have it. It's not even like destroy you. Your visibility will be a waste if you don't put in the work. Okay, if you don't prepare for it. Some people think that visibility is just calling you to speak on platforms. A lot of people have met with their destiny helpers and opportunities, and it did not produce anything because what they already was, their story was incongruent, their offer was off. They don't even have they didn't have the skill nor the tool to accept the people. So being visible is the least that opportunity you can get. So I'm saying that now so that maybe if we're on the live and then we're having about 100 people, 200 people come on board, so that you not start thinking that maybe that's the right time to start having what's the word, being tensed unnecessarily. Visibility is nothing. You're going to be telling yourself, even as you're going to, people are going to be listening in on you. The first thing you're going to know is that visibility is nothing. The most important thing is, I am here to help people. That's the best mindset to have. If you're now here to help people, based on all that we have done, so I've told you guys, so I'm hoping that everybody already has their communities ready for those who are taking the path of community, or their contents ready for those who created courses. I told you people, by the 30th day, we go know if you are doing what I'm doing. We will know if you are really following well, because if you followed well, why is this thing behaving like this? Okay, if you followed well, you're literally you're supposed to be having a course that you're going to sell on the 8th of June. Okay, so I'm saying it now because you will literally have people come, and because their hearts, their soul will definitely just resonate with yours, because I might sell a course and they're not interested because I am not primarily their niche. But imagine that somebody who's probably a graphic designer will make a pitch and is literally niche specific. People will jump on it. That's why for me, I don't count it robbery that we're going to push something like that. So I'm saying it now so that everybody wakes up. Literally, we're not playing. I'm begging you, if you've not done all your assignments, you have not stretched, you have not, please just go ahead and do all that is necessary so that you can get to work immediately. Okay, so that you can get to work immediately. So one of the things I'm going to say again is, like I said, you're the one. Why is this thing behaving like this? Sorry guys, give me a moment. Every time you have an opportunity to speak, you are offering help, and it's an honorable thing to do. So, well, I'm hoping that if you've been doing all the assignments, you've been documenting, we will literally just say bye-bye to impostor. But if you have not, we still have time, right? At least for the sake of our rehearsal, you still have 2 more days to at least articulate your thoughts. Just binge on those materials, write what is necessary, what you need to curate, at least between now and in the next 3 days, because it's on the 3rd day that we're all going to at least have a rehearsal. That's what we're going to do, because that's when officially I'll be done with the public speaking classes that I'm going to be I'll just take you guys, not something serious, just how to of presentation, how to prepare for speaking opportunities like this, which you've already what do they call it now, which you already get. Let me just off this thing. Okay, so which you already have right now. Now, another thing I would want you to know is that every single opportunity you're gonna have, you have to speak, whether it's 2 people or whether it's 3 people or whether it's 4 people or whether it's 5 people, or prepare as though you're gonna be speaking to 10,000s of people. Prepare as though you're a public speaker, even though you're not. And I'm saying this so that you don't feel pressured, because the goal is not to say, oh, you have to be the best, you have to be Temi Badru, you have to be a whole lot of persons. No, that's not the goal. I can see some amazing people. Mr. Zach, hey, it's good to see you. I can see Rabia too as well. Thank you so much for stopping by today. We have already started our training for our speaking engagement. So I said on day 3 we'll start our training. So it means that everybody will articulate what they are going to teach, right? If you want to use slides, but it's still okay, I don't have a problem with that. But if you don't have a flow, in the sense that you can literally have materials and you cannot speak out off of your materials, then we're going to have problem, right? That means you were not doing the assignments as they were coming. And I still said that it's okay, you have the time now. Just go through the materials as much as within your power. Officially, you probably just have 2 days to like go through the materials and see some of the most important things. Whether you decide whether you want to offer services, if you want to, your call to action is going to be in services. But the truth is that you still need social proof to come up so that your conversations can be rich and people will listen to you. So if you've not been doing the assignment, I don't know how you're going to do it. So I don't know how you're going to do it, but all I can say is may God help you. That's all I can say. But essentially, that's what's going to be happening. So on the 8th, we're going to have a live with alongside other top voices on LinkedIn that I'm currently speaking back stage with. So the goal is that you just prepare your notes based on what you can offer, what you can do. But then also the most important thing is that you're going to teach. I said it over and over again. So we're not just going to churn out people and we're tell them an experience of the camp. No, of course, in part of your statements you can talk about the camp as well, some of the things that you benefited from. That will be you honoring me. But I don't want you to come up live and then all you are going to be gushing about is about the camp, when you are also put on a spotlight to get an opportunity, right? And also market your own community or your own service or your own book. So I said it again, if you follow the content calendar and you were probably churning out things, by now you already know some of the most important things that your community will be requiring and what you should sell if you want to have a book. Like me, I barely have 2 days to have my book ready. See the actress, good to see you. This is the first time I am seeing you here. Now I'm literally screaming because we've not had an actress in the house before now. So good evening, Rosa, good to see you. See, please, let's get to meet you. Did you join us from LinkedIn or you're a YouTuber generally? Just let me know, so that we prepare. Towards the end of our conversation today, we're actually preparing our students for public speaking opportunities. Then towards the end of our conversations today, we're going to be speaking about YouTube growth, and that's why I wrote that as well, so that any of our students who are willing to start their YouTube journey or gain opportunities can as well. Professor screaming, Professor Roxana, it's so good to see you. Now this is me screaming, guys. You will not understand. Oh my goodness, Mama, how did you find us? It's so good to see you, Ma. I wish I could see your response before I continue my conversation, but then I'm super excited. Thank you everybody for stopping by today. So if you're just joining us for the first time, this is literally our 27th day of our everyday challenge. So we've been on this journey of helping people monetize, start their own business, write their books, start their community, all in one. Yes, all in one. And also help those who are more interested in jobs get some job opportunities as well. So it was more like a total holistic training. And I'm already seeing lots of results already. Of course, for those who held it by the horn, right? But then for those who are still catching up, please, like I said, just consider these remaining meetings. I think we just have barely 3 days left. And so I'll be, oh, so good to see you, ma'am. So grateful. Thank you for coming today. I really appreciate you as well. Okay, so I'm hoping, oh mama, okay, no problem. I'm going to send you the form in your LinkedIn. I'll send you the form. Then I hope that I'm just going to take this opportunity to ask you, ma'am, if you are going to be part of our speakers on the June of 8th. Please help me check your calendar if it's going to work, so that I think we have been talking about lots of finances. I'm hoping that you also help us with family finance and retirement finances as well, so that our community can be a holistic one. So I'll be more than excited. I'll still come to your DM to seal that, but we're going to have a lot of speakers that day. Thank you so much, Ma. I am so excited. Now I hope I put my thoughts together, because you need to know who came into our room. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Mama. Okay, so like I said, if we have all been following our assignments up until this point, it will just literally be an opportunity for you to manifest, right? Just manifest, that's all. And like I said again, when it comes to public speaking or you speaking on any platform, the pressure is not on what you want to say. The pressure is on the fact that before the meeting, you were able to sit down and empathize with the people that you're speaking with, speaking to, or speaking for, or speaking. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate you. Awesome. Okay, so I already have one of my external speakers. Yes, I'm excited. Thank you so much, Mama. So, guys, we're gonna have to put our We're gonna put up our seat belts, because a lot is gonna be happening on the 8th of June. Okay, so like I said while I was speaking earlier, right, the pressure should not be on that day of your speech. It's essentially going to be, yeah, she's a professor. Please put some respect on that name. I know you guys have seen my video. Yeah, she's Professor Roxana. So please, anybody who is on the live right now, please, can we just do well to welcome her in the community as well? Okay, so back to my conversation. So I said the pressure should not be on the day of the event, or the people, or the fact that anybody is going to be listening to you while you're preparing some of your conversations or what you're offering. The pressure should be on your ability to have received clarity during the camp, offer your services effortlessly. Like I said, please don't wait for that camp day to say that's when you're going to make any call, right? Any call to action or anything. Don't wait. Please don't wait. Don't say that it's that particular day. That's when you're going to start saying, okay, you now want to give your offer. And please, I'm begging you, for the purpose of this camp, right? Don't let that day not be the first time you're going to be talking about your offer, what you offer. Please, I beg you, find ways to have learned how to communicate what you offer. If you notice my posts, I always find a way to just mix it. Today I'll talk about this and I'll still end with my offer. Today I'll talk about, if not, some of you will not be here if I don't generally just talk about it on a normal day. So please, I'm hoping that because you have consistently probably shared about what you do, it will be easier for your mind to literally take it, right? Yes, thank you so much, Mama. I'm excited already. Okay, so it'll be easier for you to literally talk about what you do if you have found 1,000 ways to always talk about it every day. So that's what I'm saying now. So for us, the reason why we create content and we post is not necessarily for visibility. Is that we're coming from the place of clarity, and then we're showing people, and then we know how to convert those people into our circle of influence, into our communities, or have documentations of them. Like I told you guys, depending on any platform, like even on LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere, all the platforms, you actually don't have access to these people except you have an offer that collects them in. And that's why every single day I tell people, okay, repost and send me a DM. I send them the link so that now I have more than just an information. I have your information. I even have your profile link. If I need to look for you or I need to send you an email, it's going to be easy. So I'll say it again, just a reminder of some of the classes that we've had, right? Except you have an email list, phone number for the global south. You know, a lot of us here, some people, they don't check their mails as routines, right? So you might still consider doing an SMS campaign. It's still in order, especially for the global south. Then for people who are all across the world, they might be comfortable using just mails, right? I'm just saying this now because I'm saying this from the figures I've always had when I probably pursued some of my classes or courses. Okay, so I'm hoping that on that day, all you're going to be doing is essentially, you're going to, from the beginning of your conversation, you're going to talk about whether you're going to start with a statistics or a quote or your results. The goal is social proof, because nobody wants to know that they can work with you except you tell them effortlessly what you have been doing. And then if you've not been doing some of your assignments, it literally can be this. Okay, just give me a moment, Delight. I got you. Okay, so I don't know, I think it's the way I'm keeping my phone. I'm literally seeing all your conversations and it's making me skip. So sorry, please go ahead and keep conversing. I'll answer all those questions. Okay, so while we're at it, let me just go ahead and push through. Then once we're done, we'll move on from one to the other, and then we get to the point where we talk about every other question. So please, as I'm talking, you have questions, just let it slide. Like, go ahead and document it so that I can see it as well. But I would not want to stop so that my ideations can be properly aligned, right? But just do well to put in your questions as well. I am more than excited to answer them. Okay, thank you very much. So I said the goal is so that once you are getting your visibility, because we're going to have an opportunity to host a whole lot of people, your goal is to funnel them in, like channel them. You must convert, right? Everything around June 8th will be conversion. But I'm saying it now. The goal is that you are outrightly making attempts. I know that some of you might post and you might not have a lot of people come in now and all that, right? just make an attempt, right? Make an attempt. If you've had up to 10 persons, make an attempt. Just keep increasing. Like I told you guys, the best way to grow your or blow your community, when we talked about community, right, is that you start from your family and friends. Those ones, they might not do much for you, but let them just be there. You know, there's a thing about you saying, I have a wait list of 100 persons, a wait list of 200 persons, even if they are not going to buy anything from you. Just have it and let them just be there. It's better than you hoping that being at the mercy of LinkedIn algorithm when you've already had an opportunity to meet people. And that's what a lot of our friends, visibility coaches and all are doing on LinkedIn, right? What they do is that they go viral. They don't find ways to collect or convert those people. And now the problem is that as you grow in your expertise, you will not have much time to spend on LinkedIn. Literally, that's what has happened to me. I've even gotten to the point, I know that we always used to say, oh, engage, oh, stay on LinkedIn. But sincerely, if you're sincere and you have like high tickets, you have trainings to do, you will not be there. And the goal is you don't want to have to still let LinkedIn put you through stress to meet the same people you would have just collected their information from. So that's why I'm saying for that particular day, one of the things you're going to do is already have your sales funnel, right? We discussed it in one of the classes. Already have your sales funnel. Sales funnel is not hard, right? If you've gotten up to website, that's very good. But just have something that you can tell people that, okay, they should click on this to meet you this. And I will say again, generosity always makes you shine effortlessly. So what you can use as a hook can be like a free 1 day, a free 2 days. Like I told you guys what I did. I'm not sure a lot of people will do this like for 30 days for free. All the courses I've been a part of, or I know people do, they will just tell you 30 days challenge, but your meeting with them or your opportunity to probably have a one-on-one with them would probably just be once a week. That's usually what happens. But because for me too, I was looking to try some things with my mind. That was why I decided to jump on this opportunity as well. But like, I'm just trying to dissuade you as well. Don't go and say you want to do a 30 days free. People will not take you seriously. Even me like this, I know that the reason why we're not having as much people, despite having over almost 100 in a group, is because it's free. If you paid, you show up, right? And if you paid very well. So even for the monetization challenge, when it will come out in June, I'm not going to charge anything less than $50,050, and that's for once a week. I'm going to meet them once a week. So for some of you who are still playing, you don't know what you met, right? You don't know what you met. And I'm hoping that you probably just what's the word? You probably just stretch yourself right now as much as within your power. Like I said, visibility without clarity. And I think I still posted that today. If you're not clear, if you're not going to show up on that 8, already knowing what a perfect pitch is like, how to discuss, how to give even in your knowledge, you just miss. You probably will have, maybe we'll be here and then 200 people are just listening in, and you just be just another speaker. And you don't want that, because like I said, you need clarity to convert. And we started it from day one. We offered clarity. We even did Maslow's hierarchy of need for you to understand how important you are, and the graph, and how everybody wants to hear you. So this is for me. Every preamble or every foundation I'm trying to talk about tonight is for you to understand that we're not preparing you to speak on live so that you become, or yes, you get pressured. That's the word. We're not preparing you to speak on live so that you get pressured. We are preparing you to just help people depending on your niche. Okay, we just wanted to help people, because definitely I can't speak to everybody. For those people who are deep in health coaches, for those people who are financial experts, I can't speak for monetization. Is not necessarily hardcore finances. There are people who are very good with budgeting and all that, and so many other niches. So I can only speak for what I can offer to the people, my community, which you guys have also been a part of. But you need to be a little more specific for what. So if I can't speak for virtual assistants, because I'm not in that mind frame now to probably host or have a community of virtual assistants. So anybody who is currently here and thinks that is what they can do, you need to literally prepare yourself. So I said, now let me see the amount of days we have. We have approximately 10 days, right? Approximately 10 days for you to stand out. And like I said, the goal is not pressure, but the goal is that you don't come to visibility without a game plan, right? Visibility is just a means to an end. The main end is your ability to have created all that we've asked you to do, your ability to have prepared all your notes, so that having conversation or telling people what you do will not be such of a pressure for you. So for the event is 10 days, then to our rehearsal, because I'll literally take up everybody one-on-one. For the people who are going to speak, who are in-house, what we're going to do is that we're going to do one-on-one. So we bring you talk about everything, like from your storytelling, like how you started your journey, down to what you have done, social proof. So storytelling, social proof almost immediately. If you don't have as much social proof, you can do statistics. So I've already started our discussion, right? So essentially, if you want to do any presentation, it follows the same pattern across social media. It follows the same pattern. So whether it's in writing, in videography, in presentation, the only difference between public speaking and the general content that we create every day is that you will talk as though you want people to listen, but the others will be, content writing is you're writing for people to read. So you have to come up with a lot of fonts or something very nice. Like you guys saw what I did today. My goal was just sarcasm. I've been doing sarcasm for 3 days now. I made up my mind. I said no, because some people don't want to hear the truth. Let's find a way to jab them small so that they can be uneasy. So the goal is now you're speaking for people to listen. So what would you start with? That's the question everybody will always ask. And everywhere in the world, irrespective of content, you should always start with a hook. And when it comes to presentations, right, your hook can be a quote, like a very strong quote that you literally build on. Like you just hold that particular quote and drag it till the end. Let's say you want to talk about the importance of public speaking. Okay, so I think because I did rehearsals in my last camp, I think it was Mama Tolu and a few other people who prepared for that presentation. There's one thing that stuck with me in my head, I think, and this camp that we did, I think it was 2 or 3 months ago, but she said it in her introduction. She said, do you know that 90% of people fear public speaking more than death? So you can see that I still have the memory, because it is statistically proven. And then sometimes statistics kind of gives you off as a very intelligent person. So when you're opening a speech, it's not for you to just start talking anyhow, right? You must have a hook, something that will make people say, oh my goodness, this person really knows what she does, or this person really did a research about what she's going to talk about. So essentially everything we did in our camp, if you were doing all the assignments, can be grouped under research. So every time you get an invitation to speak anywhere, please don't say that, oh, as I open my mouth, it's just going to come through. Please don't do that to yourself. The first thing you're going to do is research, right? Who are these people? What's this platform for? Who are the people who normally come around this platform, right? Okay, I know that there will be newbies there. There will be people who are probably not newbies, who are probably going to be speaking with me on the platform as well. And then there are going to be people who are experts. How do I make sure that my conversation is able to span through the spectrum, from somebody who is probably just joining in for the first time to somebody who is already very good, already in my niche? So I would want to be conversing and I talk about the thing, and other people who are probably virtual assistants like I am would just say, yes, this girl really knows what she's saying. And then somebody who is on the other extreme end, who probably doesn't know anything at all, can also just say, oh wow, I didn't know that this thing can be this easy. So that's the whole essence of communication. So when you're speaking not just to be heard, you're speaking to literally send understanding to people. Every single time you have an opportunity to speak, your goal is not to show off. Your goal is to literally help people understand better that particular subject matter that you're going to talk about. Like we said, we're not just going to have any of our speakers just come up to pitch. We'd want you to have a goal of teaching something. Okay, so one thing. So introduction, you state your introduction. If you want to do a statistical hook, lovely. If you want to do a storytelling hook can be you getting super emotional, right? Like I told you guys once and time again, right? Except your story makes you cry, your brand story makes you cry, that it's not worth sharing. And by crying, I don't mean literal tears. I mean moving you emotionally, then it's not something you should share, you can share, and then people will buy into it. So that's why I'm also, so you can see that this public speaking, which is our final module, right, will help you literally prepare now. If some of those things you didn't even bother doing those assignments as was coming, I'm hoping that now you're literally running back to your notes and you're doing it, because like I said, if you have not meditated long enough on what you're going to be offering and how you want to offer them, and this your story, you guys saw the post I shared today. It was somebody telling me how she got investors, and it was simply because she joined one of our speaking our trainings, literally. And that day I clarified her why, and when she was speaking, she didn't make it come off desperate. She just told them. And you know, the thing about settling your why and having a brand story is that when you are talking, people will just know that, oh, you're not really after the money, which is an irony, because at the end of every clarity is money. Money will always wait for you when you have decided to be clear on things, decided your funnels, how to get people come on board, how to be believable, how to give your life. For me, I think that has been my major mantra, right? Anything I'm doing, hey, madam extremist, I just want to make sure you get it. Even as this camp is ending, you'll be shocked that, right, even though I didn't make it a paid camp, right, you'll be shocked that I'm feeling somehow guilty that I didn't hold you people's neck. You'll be shocked. And of course, that's part of the things I'm going to do for the next camp. The next camp, people with their money, if anybody missed any day, I'll just remove the person. That's what I made up my mind. And I said, maybe if I had put a little component of fear, maybe a lot of people will be coming out. Maybe a lot of people will be more serious with themselves. But the goal is that you don't want people to always have to put you in this place. But unfortunately, that's how life is. And that's what people can handle emotionally. So I don't know if that's what you people were outrightly just telling me with style, that you wanted me to force you people to do your assignments, or maybe threaten you guys that I'll remove you if you don't do assignments. Me, I don't know. So maybe now I'm also taking style to ask you people. So is it that you people wanted me to be forceful in my approach? Please let me know, so that I'll also understand that by the time I'm doing it for the next camp, it will be what do they call it, more understandable. That's okay, I was able to push you guys. But I literally know, even me, every time I host a camp, I know that the only way you're going to get any results is in your implementation. Only way. And all these things are part of the things that you can actually also put in your conversation, because you're looking to convert those people from spectators or from just hearing your story to actually buying into you. And part of the things that they will need will be people holding them hand to hand. And that's why for me, if you followed all the classes, I didn't just prepare you to sell your products or to work for anybody. I also prepared you to be coaches. And some of you, if you were doing your assignment and your book comes out, there is almost no way, like I told you guys, if you're selling any product without a community, you're robbing the person, right? And I'm hoping that you take this home and do it yourself. Ensure that you have somewhere to collate the people into. Even if it's 5 people that are going to join you proudly on that day. I've told you people the honor of putting your heart into whatever you're doing, right? The numbers inconsequential. The truth is, if you keep giving your best, you're going to have numbers. But if you look down on that one person that took a chance by believing you, you're going to literally, you will not definitely get to that point where 100 people will believe you, because number one, I think it's a scriptural principle, right? He that is faithful in one is, surprisingly, where it was mentioned in the Bible, didn't say you will be faithful. So so let me build a concept for you now. Okay, you are faithful in, I give you 1 client now, and you're just mistreating the clients because you charge the person cheap. Let's say, and some of you, let me even just put that disclaimer now, because a lot of virtual assistants, they do that a lot, right? You know, when you are charging this person that money is too small. But you went ahead and you agreed that you're going to charge that person that particular amount. And then, because now you started having other opportunities, you start playing with that one person that probably believed in you and gave you that job opportunity. And then the next thing, you just say next month, you just tell the person, that next month you don't want to work for them. And somehow that person has already depended on you for that first month. But that's why I always tell you guys, and I'm hoping that you're also still paying attention, when you want to work with anybody, Even if you're going to charge cheap, tell the person that, okay, for this particular month, I'm going to work with this. But if you see my work and you're comfortable with it, since this is what you can afford for me right now, I'm also hoping that I'm going to help your processes and improve your outcome in your business. That's why I told you guys, if you listen to all these, what do they call it? All the topics and all the trainings we did every day, you can also help increase the ROI of your whoever you're working with. Like I told you guys, the goal is not to say I'm a virtual assistant, and the person's business is stand still. There's nothing to show for it. And I told you guys the day we did resumes, right? You saw that even the prompt we sent, you still had to use you have to measure your ROI. So if you are not intentional, okay, I'm working with this person, I'm starting my job with this person day one, let me literally see how I can transform this person's business. So I'm going to be starting day one, day two, day three. I'm advising her. If she's making wrong moves, it's not that I told her, oh, it's not my business. That's not what I'm here to do. My own is that I'm just here to comment and like, because I'm a social media manager. Your heart is not even going out to research how well you can serve the person. You know that you're on one chance. So I said it again. If you're not contributing actively, it's going to be very hard for you to charge what you deserve. So that's why you must prepare whoever you're working with. Even if you can just see, ma'am, I understand that this is probably all you have and this is your first time trying me, first time trial. But can you give me an opportunity? Let me work with you for this course. How about I increase your ROI? Do you think you would want to also improve my my pay or my enumeration at the end of the month? If the person says, let's see, imagine that, okay, before then the person was losing lots of clients, and because of how you're well grounded, all that we thought in the camp, and now you're super excellent, and all of a sudden the person's business keeps going up. At the end of the month, if you say, ma'am, I was able to make these numbers, and I understand that you probably have a lot based on my suggestions on how to improve your business, but sincerely, in order for me to work even excellently, while I focus on your business rather than working for multiple people and being distracted, I would admonish that if you could pay me, let's say 6 figures of this particular amount, and so that we can work together. Like I said, my goal is to ensure that I become I manage you excellently, and then I don't want to be distracted. That is why I'm asking for this. If it's not a lot for you, I would love to work with you on that. But if it's not, if you have another opportunity that pays you higher, you go, because you told the person you have the result. You even saw the money, right? You saw the ROI that you improve. And let me tell you, any smart person, except the person is not a serious business person, any serious business person who literally sees growth in whatever they are offering would definitely increase your pay. So I'm already preparing you guys to be negotiators and not just people who are just jumping from one job to the other, right? Okay, thank you so much. I can see some amazing people. Esther, you're welcome on board. Mama Esther, let me not call you Esther, she's my minister. Oh, thank you so much. Thriving Digital Mom, I really appreciate you. How you doing? Good evening. Okay, so like we said, okay, so like we said, I hope some people are not asking. Sorry, give me one moment. I saw someone tag me. So essentially, when you're preparing for any event, like I said, right, I've talked about, oh, that's serious, can't load the link. Okay, but the people are inside. Wonder Cream, are you here? Okay, so let me just go ahead. So somehow being able to be bringing, because we're coming to an end, I'm bringing some of the summaries so that I jack your mind to start. Go back. If you are not document so that your mind can be free. So we said our first point is research, and which we did throughout this camp, right? Every day we gave you an assignment to go and research one thing or the other. So I'm sure that it will not be a big deal right now for you to research and do any further things, right? So we went from research. Then the next thing we're going to do is plan your speech, like divide your every speech is structured, even posts. I told you guys, all content is content, right? Whether it's a speaking content, is a like whether it's a public speaking content or public speaking opportunity or a writing content or a video content, all content all normally follows the same, what's the word now, the same pattern. So introduction, which will always include your hook, your rehook when necessary, then the body, where you're going to have essentially, of course, there are so many approaches that people talk about. Some people will talk about, in fact, lots of approaches, but to break it down, it's simple: introduction, right, the body, and then the call to action. Always make plans, because the goal is that, because you know that whatever it is that you're going to offer is going to be something that will make you stand out, you should also have ways to make sure that you collate your people, right? So if you miss that class, go ahead and watch it, and we discuss all the tools necessary for you to collate your people. Like I said again, preparing your CTAs is also you're in faith that everybody who is going to listen to you is literally going to understand what you are saying. Okay, so we have somebody new, Pablo Jose Lorenzo. I hope I'm pronouncing your name very well. So good to see you. Please, can we welcome him in the community? Let's say welcome, Pablo. Welcome, Pablo. This is our first time I've seen you comment, so I would like to meet you. YouTuber, streamer, or you have a business, just let us know. Let's just meet you. You're welcome on board. Thank you so much for stopping by. So like we said again, right, when it comes to the first thing we said was research, and everything we've done in the camp will help you achieve that. Then under research, your goal is, if you're going to quote statistics, ensure that they are accurate, right? For me, I always use standards. Even if I'm going to prompt ChatGPT and I'm preparing a business presentation, one of the things I always don't miss out is Harvard Business School, or I write specific names of people who have done super well in my niche, like specific business names, because I want to have their conversations. And sometimes when I have the time, of course, my goodness, this is YouTube, I jump from one of their posts to the other. Like I said, the goal in consumption is so that you can curate, and when you are curating, you're literally going to bring out your own flavor. That's why even when I was teaching in the camp, there were certain words that were specifically given to me by the reason of my meditation, because I had literally spent time meditating on that particular ideation. Okay, so it's easier for you to hear that somebody says this, so that can be your opening hook, like you're quoting Obama, or you're quoting somebody specific to whatever you want to talk about. Or you can think of the number one virtual assistant in your niche, or somebody, right, you can quote, or whatever it is, depending on the ideation you want to sell on that day. Awesome, Pablo. Okay, you asked me what kind of content are we doing. Well, basically, yes, please, let's welcome him. I think we're being too quiet today. What is going on? Yes, we've been on a 30-day stretch streaming, 8 p.m. GMT +1. Yes, so if you hear GMT +1, that means we're somewhere in West Africa, not just West Africa, Nigeria. So if you're meeting us for the first time, we're part of a community called the Phoenix Gates. We generally just help people move from no skill to skill, to selling their offers, starting their communities, as well as building their businesses. So if you're probably retired, or you're looking for help, like you'd want people, whether video editing, everything, like all the span of it, yes, that's what we do here. We help everyone in our community at least just start. So if you say what kind of content essentially is, the content is you. Like the question will be me asking, what do you want to do? Or what are you doing here? Then we help you start. Of course, one of the things we do, as the first thing we do if you just join our community, is that we give you a content calendar, because it's going to help you find out ways that you can literally communicate your excellence to everyone effortlessly. So I don't know, I hope I answered you, Mr. Pablo. Please, I like that name. I don't know why. Pablo has a lot to do with money. So Mr. Pablo, are you very rich? Anyway, that's what my channel is all about, Monetize with Dr. Magnus. So our friends are mostly rich people. So you're welcome on board as well. Thank you so much for asking those questions. I just hope that you have gotten the clarity you needed. Okay, so like we said, part of your research is that you need to ensure that it is accurate, is relevant. Okay, relevant in the sense that when anybody hears you have that conversation, it has some form of memorability. okay, memorability is not such a big deal. Like, if, like I told you guys when I started talking about this speaking opportunity, or when I was working with the last camp, somebody made a statement, and up to today the statement is in my head. So that's the goal. It's accurate, is it relevant, right? Is it memorable? So what you want to use for your hook. So you can actually just ask ChatGPT depending on your niche, right? Awesome, Pablo, that is super awesome. So are you looking to transition into online business, or you're just doing local business like walk-in? You prefer the walk-in, or is that why you showed up on YouTube to probably start your journey online? Just let me know. And then all my information, I think all my information is on I have my link tree in my bio as well, if you need to contact me, and I could help you take on that journey as well. Okay, so for now what we're doing is that we have literally come to the end of, almost the end, like we're preparing our students for their speaker engagement. So I don't know if you have any further questions, just keep asking me as I flow. Please don't feel sad if I don't answer you immediately. I'll answer all that at the end of this conversation as well. Okay, so like we said again, so the goal is, back to our main point, the structure of your pitch should be clear. Introduction, the body, and your conclusion. The conclusion is because you know that they will listen to you and you have done well. So I said, when you are choosing a topic or you want to speak about something, make sure that it's accurate, it's relevant, it has memorability, and then it's up to date, right? Make sure that you have at least researched, hear people talk in that particular niche. I think the last time I was on a public speaking training with Mr. Izu, one of the things he said was, be somebody who generally spends time with TEDx. You know, there's TEDx currently on YouTube. If in your free times, you can just see some of them, the way they converse, they have their conversations. But for me, I still say it again, for the purpose of this training and what is going to be happening on the 8th, there is no pressure. My own is just having heart to help people, and everything will end. Like, all your fears, all your anxiety will just end. And I'm not saying it because it's something that didn't happen to me. I was a very anxious child. I mean, we're like 10, and my mom was a businesswoman. So it meant that she needed some peace for calculation, business errands. She ran literally everything. She was a solopreneur. So it meant that any noise or any sign of imperfection, my mom had PTSD, and I didn't know until I was in medical school. So that was when I realized that she was literally going through the pressure of doing everything herself. So it made me generally a very anxious person. I became somebody who always wanted excellence. I would not want to talk because I thought that if I don't talk, or if I talk, I might be wrong. So it made me very anxious. So I'm just saying it now for everybody who's going to be talking on that June 8th. This is what I am telling you for free, right? The pressure should not be on you, or whether you can speak well or not, whether you can tell stories or not, whether people are going to understand you or not. The pressure is in, I want to help people. Just think about your story. How did you suffer when you started? For me, that was why I started Phoenixgate. I came to LinkedIn crying. When I showed up on LinkedIn the first time, I was a broken person. I say it everywhere proudly. I was very broken. In fact, I had just lost a particular opportunity that I was serving at mindlessly. I had just lost that opportunity. So when I came to LinkedIn, everything was questioning my ability. And instead of me healing the other way, in the sense that, okay, now I start telling myself, okay, I don't want to do anything. No, I decided that I swore that anybody who will be undergoing some of my processes, I will literally make sure that I pick people from the molehill or from the miry clay to the mountaintop. It's like a swear. So every time I hold my, my cohorts, my goal is not to collect money and move. I've never done that. I can't even do that. My goal is that you must get it. So if you don't get results, you know that you're the one, because I do practically things that even myself, I don't even know how I do it. All the stretches. So that's what you should be thinking about when you have an opportunity to speak. You want to help these people. You want to help your target audience. You want to help your brand persona. You want them to hear your story and know that you are the person who can serve them and give them the answers that they need. Okay, so let me see what Pablo is saying. Because it's your first time, let me make an attempt to pay attention to you. Said, okay, yes, I have a marketing team. We do some promos on social media. Oh, awesome. From stores. Okay, no problem. You can reach out to me there. In fact, from your conversation, I don't know if I'm I don't, well, let's just assume that because this is a live and you probably can't tell me like nitty gritty, but I know that if I probably were working with you, I don't know if promos will be the primary thing. I don't know if promos will be the primary thing, but then well done. So good to, and then I'm excited to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so like I said, the goal is connectivity first. Okay, connectivity. Make sure that at the end of whatever it is that you're offering, whatever it is that you're going to be having conversations about, whatever it is you're going to sell, you first of all got connected to these people. You can call them at any point, right? So the goal is, if I'm going to have them because they're going to join my communities and all, should I be under pressure? No. So it means that I'm going to just tell them what I need to tell them, whether from preparing an excellent hook, a re-hook, statistics that buttresses that hook, storytelling that buttresses that hook. So no matter what you do, make sure you tell story. Make sure, we've already done classes on storytelling in our community as a whole. So if you still need some form of clarity as to how to tell your story, you can just go straight and look into it. But then there is a general pattern that stories always take, right? Location, action, thoughts, your emotion at that particular time, how you're able to convey it. So I said the goal would be in every storytelling, right? If that story does not move you, then it's not worth sharing, right? If you want to sell, like you just want people's hand without having their hearts, you'll be making one of the biggest mistakes for your business. So I'm hoping that as you're preparing for this presentation, these are some of the things you'll be having in mind. So the question will be, what story, what emotional story can I tell that people will literally believe me and buy from me, rather than me just coming to tell them, oh, this is going to help you, this is going to... Everybody knows that they need help. So when we did I think one of our classes, when we were talking about advertising, we grouped our people, everybody who has probably, every client you ever meet, is that some people have the problem and they don't know. So we talked about problem unaware. Okay, so some people have problem and they know, problem aware. Then we talked about solution unaware. Some people know that they have problem, but they don't even know that it is possible to have a solution for their challenge. And then the final one we talked about, talked about solution aware. So these ones, they now know that there is somebody who can solve it. The question will be, how can they listen to you and all of a sudden believe and get convinced that you are their answer? And all these things is not fabulations, right? It's a prepared speech. Like you literally prepare yourself for it. Like I said, it's enough to use AI, which is very beautiful, right? But if you've been doing all the assignments from then till now, you would have, by now, your AI would have been comfortable with a lot of information that you're giving it. But if you don't give it the sufficient information, in fact, when you're talking that day, some of your points might be off with your offer and all that, because the AI is not probably trained to know you. So if you're using ChatGPT and all, please register, right? Open an account. Let it just have search histories about you. Even when you want to prompt, you can tell it entirely based on what I have fed you with in the last 30 days. I would want you to curate an exceptional, accurate, relevant. So all these points that I'm telling you, I just hope that you're documenting it. If you are documenting it, it will literally be a parapet on what you would tell ChatGPT to do for you. Yeah, I can see Priscilla. This is the first time I'm seeing Priscilla here. We welcome you. We welcome you. Please, let's welcome her. I have prayers by 10 today, so I'm going to try to be as fast. Please, I hope I'm not fast. Am I too fast? If you've understood me so far, say yes. Say yes. Okay. If you've understood me, because I'm just thinking about my next meeting. I have a meeting by 10, so I'm trying to make sure that I'm able to let you in on what you need to know now, so that on that day, like for me, I've always had that history. Every exam I go for, I've gone for medical school. Most times my chaperone, most time my chaperone, my professor, I've had it over and over again, right? I'll just hear somebody talking from my back. My goodness, this girl is fire. And it's simple. It's not a hard thing, right? You prepare to talk. You don't just open your mouth. Wow. Especially because you now have clarity that most people don't have. So your conversation is going to be freely flowing, because number one, you are here to help. I've told you, every single time you are just thinking of collecting that mic and nerves are coming up, I'm here to help. I'm not the one that should be nervous. In fact, it's the people who are listening to me that should be nervous, that I know so much, or they should be crying because they know that if they had met me earlier, their lives would have literally changed. So I think I'll take a little pause and we'll just take questions now. Let's just take questions. I will be ending soon, like I said, because I have a meeting that I need to prepare for so that I can be mentally ready. And I think I posted very late today as well, so I can tend to my post on LinkedIn as well. So please, do we have any questions? Like I said, this public speaking class, we'll conclude the second half tomorrow. Just presentation. Everything we're talking about is not necessarily public speaking, but presentation. So on the third day, that's when everybody, I'm hoping that as we are talking about it right now, everybody will bring out their notes, and then I'll pick on the third day. If we can finish, what we'll just be doing afterwards is anytime we have an opportunity to come on live, I don't know, I think I'm going to be busy on Friday. I have lots of speaking engagement for Friday, but I don't know about Saturday. So what we're going to do is that we'll just take one person, we'll allow the person talk, we'll vet you, we'll arrange your speech. Arrange it in such a way that you can even pitch to any business. Let's say you got a grant, and then they invite you to the Lions Den or anywhere else to pitch. You'll be able to pitch effortlessly without pressure, because you know that you're there to even help that person who is about to give you their money. Because the truth is, if they don't see you to investing, their money lying down in the bank is not literally going to help them. Awesome. So please, let's just take questions for tonight. I don't want to stretch today because I have another meeting. I want to quickly settle myself so that I can go into the next. So please, do we have any further questions? Any question? Yes, Minister Esther, please, you can ask. Just ask me even that question that you were planning to ask. I know I've not been free my time. I'm just grateful that I was able to do this course when I had the chance. Now I know that I can have more time to myself. So please, the question, even if you have, I'm not sure. Thank you so much, Priscilla. I'm so excited. So please start from day one. All the videos are on the live stream. Everything we did live teaching for these 30 days. Live teaching. So let's say you're confused, you don't even know what to do with yourself. Like for me, I would always admonish, especially for people who are YouTubers and they are live hopping. I say it every single time. Please don't just grow for a platform. Don't just grow for a platform. So maybe let me even start, since I wrote it in my headliner for today, let me just probably say a little bit on YouTube, so that it won't be that I didn't help people in that direction. So I said it over and over again, right? The goal is, please don't grow for any platform, right? Don't just, if you grow after you found yourself, it's very awesome, but don't just grow for any platform. Make sure that you're able to find yourself and grow in such a way that you can literally have a physical representation. That means whatever it is that you're doing online, you can actually have speaking engagement, public speaking opportunities, literally from that particular thing that you're doing. So being a growth coach can be all across platform. A growth coach for YouTube, a growth coach for LinkedIn, a growth coach for Instagram. So you're able to know, but don't say I'm a growth coach, then you stay on a particular platform. It can be limiting. You won't be able to sell an ideation, even though it's possible. People do that. So I've noticed that a lot of people are having challenges with niching down. That's our first 3 classes. If you have not niched down, I'm so sorry, Priscilla. What I'll do, as soon as this live ends, please just go to day 1. Just go to day 1. Once you go to day 1, all your questions will be answered, right? It's because I think you came in quite late. Usually at the beginning of the class, I try to face those people who come early so that if it's their first time, they will not be as confused. So please don't worry, right? What you just do is, as soon as we're done with this our conversation today, just go to only my live stream. Just click, you see 30 days monetization challenge day 1. Just have your writing materials and just be right. If you cover up early, you can be one of our speakers for our general event on the 8th of June, right? General event. If you're able to gain grounds, do all the assignments, well, you're welcome on board. So if this particular class is very power packed, the way we discussed from beginning, you might just want to just, as soon as it goes on live, you can just quickly, just at least this one is the most recent one. It will help you to have a parapet, because I was able to touch a whole lot of things. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so I don't know who else has another question, so that we will we'll be concluding for the night. Like I said, I have a meeting, so that I can face my meeting as well. Okay, so I will just give us a few minutes so that I'll call it a day, because like I said, I need to go and prepare. And then I want to say that I appreciate you for all those people who came every day. So if you came every day for this 27 days, just type yes, I came every day. If you've been around every day for the 27 days, or you were able to catch up on the 27 days, just type yes. Let me know, guys. Awesome, Priscilla. Okay, that's lovely. So I'm going to look out for you, especially now that you said something. I'm going to look out for you. Okay, so I think for the purpose of the night, like I said, I apologize, guys. Normally I would even leave the live on so that anybody who has any questions can ask me and all that. But please, for the purpose of tonight, let me just, I'm going to be ending early because I have another engagement to do. So see you all tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT plus 1. 8 p.m. GMT plus 1, right? Please convert it to your time zone. I think Priscilla is from Ghana, so you might want to just, I think Ghana is GMT, so that means my 8 p.m. should be your 7 p.m. Yes, my 8 p.m. should be your 7 p.m. So I think I'll be ending the live shortly. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you. We love you. I might not give you guys, I know that usually YouTube lags, right? So I may not give you guys enough time to say thank you so much, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on board and trusting me on this journey as well. So do have an amazing rest, depending on where you're joining from the world. For some people, it might just be their morning. So I'll say do have an amazing evening, or morning or afternoon, depending on where you're joining from. So I'm going to be ending the live in 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, Happiness. I appreciate you. So I'm looking forward to hearing you speak hot as it is hot. Thank you so much. So have a great day, everyone.